Question: okay, I'm getting lost again with your answers, so I'm just gonna continue with my list. Next is, waking up in different dimensions. Last night I woke up, and it was my room, but it was different. There was a printer and a huge type of scanner right at the foot of my bed, and I don't have any of those. It took me a bit to realize what was happening, because it felt so real. I was wondering, wait, when did I get a printer and a scanner? By the time I finished the question, I was in another dream, or whatever that was, but then, I was in some other city walking along with some of my cousins, and I was thinking in that dream. That felt weird to me that my mind could generate thoughts even in dreams, so, that also felt very real, and I kept switching to what felt real places all through the night. Is this how it is? You can wake up in different dimensions? Could I stay in one of those dimensions if I so chose to do?
Answer: I feel I already answered this question, but I'm just going to say, yes, you are waking up in some of your other planes of existence, and that's what you normally do every time you dream. But normally, your level of consciousness in this other dimensions is null. More often than not, you are just a witness of the actions in this other dimensions, without having much of an active role in it other than just being a receiver of whatever circumstances are taking place at that particular moment. But last night you were a bit more conscious. You were in a separate reality, so you were able to mix a bit of your conscience with the conscience of your other self in the other dimension. That other self was a scanner and printer in his room, and he probably was confused as to why, at that moment, that felt so weird to him. And to answer if you could stay in some of these other dimensions you wake up into. How do you know if this dimension you woke up to now, it's a different one from the one you fell asleep to?
Question: oh, you are asking me a question? This is new, I think. Well, I would say it's the same because everything looks the same as it did when I fell asleep. Things don't look different, but wait, there have been some days when I have gone something is different in the world today, but I have asked other people, and they don't feel anything is different. I am confused. Could I switch dimensions when I wake up, but other people stay in the same dimension they have always been?
Answer: what you don't understand is that you're switching dimensions all the time. You're just never aware of it. You don't know what existence is. You think that what you see in the mirror every day is reality, and that's only one projection of reality. It's a dream of sorts. You are just embedded in the dimension you currently are, because you made an agreement to. You are bound to this dimension because you chose to be before being born into this dimension. You can dream of other dimensions and travel to other realities at night, but for the most part, you are bound to this one plane of existence until your contract for it expires. And even then, dimensions are changing by itself while you are in them. You change your other self's dimensions when you travel to their places. And in that same manner, when one of your other selves visits your dimension, he changes things in yours, particularly in your life. Every day when you wake up, you are a new you, just maybe with subtle changes. But sometimes, dreams take you to extraordinary places and extraordinary events. And you wake up significantly changed. Yet, you have a human brain, which is able to comprehend only a fraction of what's going on around you, and that's where most of these changes take place. Outside of your current spectrum of understanding, we feel your exhaustion.
Question: well, maybe I am out of shape for this and I'm not understanding most of this. I'll have to reread and re-listen to all of this later. For now, I wanna finish my list. Next is ads in dreams. Recently, I woke up, and this whole advertisement ran in my head. It was about some strips you would put in your teeth at night, and the strips would eat all the bacteria in your mouth when you sleep, so when you wake up, instead of having a ghastly breath, it would be minty and fresh. I don't even know if such a product exists or not, but it felt like somehow, companies found a way to broadcast advertisements straight to dreams, bypassing televisions and other media. What was this about?
Answer: we don't feel it safe to tell you too much about it, but we will tell you this. This technology does exist. That you jacked into it may not have been in the interest of those people working on such devices. Let's say you were part of a guinea pig and experimental dream broadcast. People will be dreaming of using certain products, and they will want those products when they wake up. Or at least that's what these companies are hoping for. This already happens in other planes of existence, so we think that what specifically happened to you was just in a different dimension. But again, in your own dimension, dream manipulation technology already exists, but it's still in its early stages of development. We don't want to tell you more about it out of concern for your safety. Do you realize now why it's safer for you to believe this is all your own imagination and not factual information?
Question: I see. I still think real confirmation would be nice, but I will take what I get. That was all that was on my list. I decided to leave my experiments as topical, so this is all I have about dreams. But, is there anything you'd like to tell me about anything right at this point, about anything else?
Answer: only that many things have changed in your planet since we last did this. Like, too many things have changed. Things are accelerating at an unexpected rate, even if most of you cannot feel it. But everything is as it's meant to be. Everything has its place and its moment, and even very painful personal events have their purpose, even if you don't understand them. Things are falling into place and will continue doing so until there's no more need for experiments, and then we will be able to interact directly. We all want to meet you very much in the form you currently have. This is a general message to all our past selves. It's an extraordinary situation that we are all looking forward to, and that we wish most of you will be able to enjoy as well. You are wise beyond your truth. Keep living and learning.